Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Robin here from AriesFireTarot. Here to do a general reading for all signs. If you are guided to click on this video, then this guidance is meant for you. It may or may not resonate. You know, doing a general reading for everybody around the world, so I'm not going to nail it down for everybody that chose to view this. However, if you would like a personalized reading, you can send me a request at AriesFireTarot@gmail.com. So I've just been shuffling as I chattered, doing a deck cut. I'm going to do another little shuffle here. So I'm actually recording this video on Halloween. So we'll see what we get coming through in the way of messages for you guys. So hope it's not too spooky. Okay, I feel like I'm ready now. Actually, one more. Sorry. Have to listen to that voice. This is such a great profession. I can say that I'm listening to voices in my head and nobody wants to bundle me up and put me in a room somewhere. So far. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'm good now. So I'm just... Okay. Bit early for a bark break, but there you go. Okay, now I need to shuffle one more time. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Ooh, this is steaming hot, sizzling card. Really no explanation needed. It's the Lovers. This is about, you know, heaven sent, fated, karmic, divine, lifetime after lifetime love. That's a great card. The Moon. The Moon is about making sure that you're using sort of the right perspective, because things don't always look the same in the light of the moon as they do in the light of the day. But this is also a very powerful card with the moon here for you. The moon is very powerful. I think it runs the world just as much as the sun does. Got the Queen of Swords here for you. The Queen of Swords is somebody that is a very strong-willed person, very like highly efficient, detail-oriented, very personable, but like basically don't piss them off. They'll make you feel like nothing and probably never forgive you. So not sure why that card has appeared here. So here's another card that sort of involves the moon and the nighttime sky, and this is the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is so busy being happy in her own life that she's not affected by other people. Like, say, she would probably tolerate an outburst from the Queen of Swords quite nicely and just go, okay, yeah, cool, 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 and move on. Ace of Wands. This is about a new idea being delivered to you by the universe. It's pretty interesting. It's going to aspect right underneath the Lovers cards. So yeah, Ace of Swords. Something coming in from the universe. Victory. You could be victorious in love. Not sure yet. I'll keep pulling cards. So we have the Four of Wands here. So the Four of Wands is something to celebrate. You've been doing some hard work along your path and you're taking a pause to celebrate with your family and loved ones. You can see people have like, they're using the wands as props to set up like a celebration area. And that's right underneath the moon. I'll tilt the camera down so you guys can see the cards once I'm done. Two of Swords. This is somebody that needs to make a decision about something. They've got two options represented by the two swords here, but they're currently sort of in their own head with the moon. The moon represents sort of being in your own head, just internalizing your thoughts. I might have to go on a pause here. And so she's blindfolded, so she's trying, like, she's not looking at the decision, she's deciding not to decide. It's right under the Queen of Swords. And then I have the Queen of Wands again. These queens have been coming up in a lot of my readings. It's kind of eerie and spooky. So the Queen of Wands is... This is somebody that you'll find them awfully busy. Busy at home, busy volunteering, busy running kids around to sporting events or whatever. They like to be out in nature, probably like not a super detail-oriented person. They're happy in their like cluttered, unorganized life. I'm just going to have a look at the cards here and see what they're going to start talking to me about. Put you on a pause. Be right back. Hey, I'm back. So I'm having a look at these cards and I'm just getting the sense that somebody's bringing in a new offer of love to you. But what is happening right now is that, that was a pretty face, hey? You're kind of being a bitch about it. I think you're sort of in two minds. You're half of the time being Queen of Wands, who is like open, warm, and loving. But then you change your mind and you sort of flip the switch and you go back to like tearing this person a new one, because I think what's happening here is they remind you of your ex and you had a really, really not so desirable person as your ex, but they're your ex for a reason. But I think there's something about this new person that is just reminding you so much of them that it's a turnoff. So I think the moon is representing here is that you kind of need to let that go, because you're not seeing the whole picture. And I think it's something as trivial as a mannerism, like the way that they say something or how they chew their food, or, you know, something really inconsequential, like in the grand scheme of things. So two things with the Two of Swords. You need to forgive that person, right? Your ex. And then you need to move on, because what I'm seeing here with the Ace of Wands is that this could be the start of something really, really, really exciting and long-lasting and looking into the future. Like I'm seeing marriage in this card. Like these people are getting ready to celebrate a wedding. Like just being 100% committed. So the energy here with these three cards, it's like sometimes you're okay with it and you're happy and joking and And this is still a really new relationship, or not even a relationship yet. I think that possibly you're friends, and the other person is trying to sort of make things flow a different direction. And then, like, sometimes you're this person. I think in friend mode, you're, you know, you don't really care too much. You're free flowing. You know, you're just carefree, and everything is going the right way. But then as soon as this other person, like, sort of knocks on the door of, like, relationship mode, like, the Ice Queen comes out. And this could be male or female, you know. We all have male and female energy in us, but I think that you're basically shutting down when this person brings up the possibility of taking things to the next level. Like, you could already be friends, or you're just about to meet them. So you're really in two minds about it. It's like, I think you want it to go somewhere, but you're stuck in your head about this ex. Good grief. Excuse me. And I think this happens at night when you're alone and you start to overthink things and you're comparing against your ex, which is, like, so unfair. And I think to a certain degree, you're kind of making things up that remind you about this ex. And here, let me just give you to the cards here. You know, you're two people right now. Oh, sorry. Bark break. Sorry about that. So I was saying, like, you're basically two people right now. You're, like, on the one hand, you're the Ice Queen, and then on the other hand, you're like warm lava, you know, and you're really, like, bending this person's mind because they just don't know what to think. So I think eventually they're just going to think that you've got them on the hook, you know, sort of as a toy almost, while you figure your shit out, and that's not cool. So I think the best way to be able to move forward, because this is waiting for you, and it is with this person that you can't make up your mind about, right? I think you can make up your mind, but when you start to think about it, you feel repelled, which is, you know, not a great emotion when it comes to a possible suitor, but I think you're doing it to yourself because you're afraid to get hurt again. So I think two things need to happen. Like, you need to forgive your ex, right? And maybe forgive yourself, because it looks like maybe you let this person take it a little bit too far. And you were like, oh, but I love them, you know, and they're kind of just wiping their feet off on your back and just like, whatever. They didn't really give two shits about you. But you let it, there's my daily reading burp. You're welcome. What was I saying? You let them use you, you know? And whatever, move on. If you can't get over it, then this person's not going to come in, or like the way that they should, you know? And this is hot. This is like, this is on fire right now. So I think you just have a little bit of emotional garbage to get through, and try talking to them about it. Like, try sitting down and talking to them, and I think that'll just sort of clear the air it'll clear your mind, that's for sure. And I think that'll be like the last hurdle. And then you could be like the high priestess. Like you'll be basically, you know, I kind of picked a bad time to do the reading, but I get to where I have to read cards. So I've been on several pauses while I've been waiting for screaming children trick-or-treating to go by. So I do apologize. But anyway, I think that if you can sort of get past this mental block that you've put there for yourself, because you're like, oh, I don't want to get hurt again. But what else is the point of living if you can't be in love and be loved? And, you know, anyway, the high priestess, like she's not exactly over the moon, but she's as close as a person could get, right? So I think it's just kind of time to take your wayward thoughts out of the shadows, right? And just bring them into the light and go and talk to this person, because you feel it. You feel it, but you're cutting it off. And it's going to hurt both of you. But you the most, because if you don't go for it, if you don't clear whatever is impeding your progress here with your romantic life, like I can just see you looking back with regret, you know. So whatever is happening here, just take the time and, like, if this person is meant to be with you, I mean, they're going to understand that you're having a hard time, right? I mean, they're not going to judge you or anything like that. They're going to feel for you. And I just see such a happy outcome. So, like, don't be afraid of, like, opening your heart again. Because there's nothing else in the world but love. You know, and there just isn't enough love. So, man, look at this card. You know, doesn't that look worth a little bit of conversation with the right person? I mean, wouldn't you rather be this warm, bustling, happy person than, you know, like frozen old spinster? So, like, if you can sort of rip that Band-Aid off, and like I'm seeing the blindfold here as the Band-Aid, you've just got to rip it off, because this is here for you. This celebration, this family, this wedding, this love, it's here for you. The universe wants to give it to you. Yeah, the universe has this to, like, sort of chuck down at you, like, here, catch. Here he is. Here she is. Here they are. So, I mean, just basically the point of this reading is, like, it's time to, and here, I'll give you the cards again so you can have a look. It's just time to let somebody unpack your bags with you, you know? I mean, you're not going to find anybody that doesn't have baggage, you know? Everybody has a past, unless, I mean... Anyway, so everybody has things to deal with, even if it isn't an ex relationship. Everybody's got their crap, you know? So you just have to find... You have to find the person that can help you work with it and feel comfortable and be yourself. And that's for sure happening right now. So go for it. You know, just let your guard down and be who you want to be with this person. I think it's kind of tying you up in knots anyway. So just go for it and have a conversation. Like, anyway, I'll leave it there, you guys. Good luck. If this resonates with anybody, let me know. Give me a shout out or a thumbs up or whatever. Hope everybody had a great Halloween. So I'll leave it there and we'll talk to you soon. Stay blessed. Take care. Bye-bye.